Kapur, founder-director Gyanshree School, to grace her with her insightful words.
Good morning, friends, and a very good morning to all my colleagues here. Some of them are my colleagues, some seniors, the erudite gathering. It's a very nice theme that has been set up for the day, education for skilling. And skilling seems to be the buzzword these days. You know, most fashionable word is skilling. I'll just throw 3-4 sentences or phrases on you. Education for skilling, skilling and education, AI and skilling, IT, and the regular traditional skilling. Somehow or the other I get intrigued. What comes first? Can we say education is not skilling? Or do we need to have a separate segment for skilling in education? Just give it a thought. To me, my mind, when we talk about education, education is all about skilling. In fact, if you pick up the foundational school module as per NEP, it's a set of skills that we need to impart a child before formal education. Am I right? Some of my colleagues are experts in this. It says that we need to skill a child before we get him into formal education. A chota sa example, a very small example, we used to teach a child hold his hand to write A, B, C. Am I right? But that's not the way to teach. There is a whole lot of skilling behind this. If you want to write something, your fingers should be strong. Your eye-hand coordination should be good, then you get into it. And what is this? This is skilling. So to my mind, skilling is very much a part of education. Only thing is, if you look at the history, how it has come up, there have been few inventions and discoveries which have been catalyst in bringing civilization, human beings to where we are today. Otherwise, these two things go together. Now coming to the part of skilling. When we talk about skills, there are a whole lot of skills. 21st century skills, soft skills, hard skills, employability skills. I mean, the list is absolutely endless. And if you look at education, what is education? We say education is the overall development of personality. Education is a combination of skills of heart, hand and mind and soul or something like that. And there is another segment which says there are cognitive skills like critical thinking and things like that. Somebody says social and emotional skills like interpersonal, intrapersonal, leadership, time management, critical thinking, conflict management, and the list is endless. Enough to confuse us. So let's make it very simple. The simplest possible thing is that education, we talk about education, we can, for our own convenience, we can call it mainstream education and formal education and academic education and the skill education. For as far as we are concerned, we can do this. But at the end of the day, skills are part of education. Every subject, every content, everything that is taught has to be taught through skills only. All these skills, social, emotional, and other skills have to be embedded as part of teacher training or teacher transaction in the classroom. Yes, there are certain skills which need to be given to the children, though they have always been part of professional courses like engineering. Engineering, all skills required to be an engineer are given as part of the course. But what has happened is, the same thing goes into the medicine also, but what has happened is that technology, computer, IT, design thinking, AI, Sir just spoke about it. These things have changed the concept of skilling. Everybody thinks the skilling means IT skills, computing skills, AI skills. But let me tell you, the way things are moving, I feel the glim picture that is being posted that AI is going to gobble down all the jobs in the future. Hence, AI is very important. But I tell you, AI cannot take away the hand skills. The only people who are going to survive this thing is the ones who have the hand skills, doing it by yourself. AI is not going to take away the job of Badi B who used to sit in the Dariba gullies of Chandni Chowk and make those embroidery stuff on the clothes. AI is not going to take away the jobs of all the chefs, wonderful chefs in the world. AI is not going to take away the jobs of many, many more. And these are the skills which are required to be preserved. I'm not saying to be taught, yes, to be taught also, but we need to preserve them. So the picture is not very, very gloomy. It's wonderful. So making this statement, I come back to school education and NEP. What happens is that in school segments also, we have put things in compartment. Normally, when we ask the teachers, I'm a teacher, by birth, I would say, right from the beginning, I've known nothing other than education. I was a teacher all along. So what happens is that when we say, we must have life skills and value education and activities into the classroom teaching, most of the teachers feel, अब ये activities करेंगे तो पढ़ाएंगे कैसे? Course नहीं खत्म होगा. Am I right? Some of my principals here on the stage. Only thing is we need to change our mindset and we need to integrate all these things. They are very important part of education. Everything needs to be synergized. Everything needs to be brought into how a particular topic or anything has to be taught, embedding all the skills into it. If we just look at it from this point of view, I think we'll understand it much better. When we talk about domains of education, cognitive domain, we take all the skills of intellect, affective domain, social and emotional. So the psychomotor domain, what is this? This is all about jumping and playing and integrating things, you know, the muscle and the body. So we need to devise a system, go back and look at how we can bring everything into one frame, which will embed the skillings also, which will have the formal education also, which will have integration of everything. So the need is that we have a system to tweak the transactional strategy in the classroom. How a teacher is teaching in the classroom, how a lesson is planned, are we able to bring in all skills woven into the system or not? If we try to segregate it, there are going to be problems. In our schools, we find when we say skill education program, people look at you when, how, where. NEP says that 6th onward, you have all children at least acquire 1 or 2 skills. When do we do it? Parents ask, पढ़ाई करेंगे कि skill वाला करेंगे? पहले पढ़ लेने दीजिए, then we'll send them to some skills. That is where we need to solve the problem. So what we have done is, as a principal and as a director, what we've done is we've started a small program. I'll talk to about the practical part of it. How did we do it? I come from Gyanshree, it's a school by Haldirams. Now, what we've done here is that taking help of, or rather clue from what government is doing, CBSE is all out to disperse affiliation to schools to start skilling programs. I'm sure everybody knows. It was spoken about just now. So the other thing is that Pradhan Mantri also, his plans are very tall. We are a young nation, and in coming few years, we have to have a skill force. And mind you, the whole world is looking at India for a skill force. Recently, I was in one of the conferences where the minister, central minister said that we are getting calls from European countries like Germany and Switzerland that we need some skilled force from India. Only thing is you teach them a language. Okay, so we are getting demands like this. So what we've done is we set up a center, skill center within the school only for two-way skilling. One is for the economically weaker section of society, where children come from NGOs and caretakers' homes. So the program is very flexible in the sense that there is a 240 hours program, they can finish it in 3 months or 2 months or 6 months or even for a year or so. So we need to plan programs according to their needs and their convenience, and then The other thing is train them at least in, we have four skills with us: food and hospitality, fashion technology, beauty wellness services, and IT. IT, of course, because IT is a tool for skilling, basically. So what we do is that we've gone a step ahead and we've tied up with the industry. For food and hospitality, we have our own industry. But apart from that, we have our children going to a lot of other places also. Noida being apparel center, we have tied up with for fashion and technology, where our children go and get jobs in Mango, Zara, and the kinds of these places. IT is, our hands are full. In fact, this March, we were approached by this Daikin people. They said, we want 40,000 people to be trained only for fixing and installing ACs because the summer season is coming. This is the kind of demand that is there. The only thing is that we need to skill them with the specifications of industry. So this is what we are doing there. Last year, we trained about 140 children who were placed in a structured industry with proper government pay scales, which gets them about 20,000 to 21,000 rupees. This year we are almost ready. In fact, in the evening there is a convocation and there are going to be about 150 students again passing out. So this program is working, although this is working with the support CSR program of Haldirams. But I'm sure there are many in this country who can come forward and help and support the schools. The first step has to be taken by the schools. Get affiliated to CBSE, get the skilling for outsiders and for your own students also. I'll take 2-3 more minutes to share with you how the school's internal students can gain out of it. Normally, CBSE schools students work for 200 to 225 days, ma'am. That's the time. Now, most of the Saturdays are free. So what we've done is that we made flexible program for them, giving them 10 days in summer vacation, 7 days in winter vacation, and keeping some Saturdays off for the children. So we can always have a group of about from 6 to 8, one set of students, about 20, 25 students who want to join and do one particular course. We can always plan for them. And this, since we've set up a good skill center, set up labs, kitchens, fashion technology centers, beauty services also. This place can be hub for schools in the vicinity. For example, we have about 8-10 schools around us. Everybody doesn't need to set up shop. Everybody doesn't need to spend money on setting up food and hospitality kitchen, or a beauty services center, or a fashion technology machines and equipment. We can share. Schools, as they work as Sahodaya schools, they can get together, form a cluster, and disperse skilling for their students. And let me tell you, it's very heartening to see that some people from the vicinity, they come, especially the expats. When they move out, they find that these skills jobs, service jobs are very expensive. They also join and they say that we would like to equip ourselves. And other thing is that this becomes a very important part of ECA of the children. ECA's extracurricular activities and getting admissions outside is a boon for that, for this kind of thing. So there is a merit in it. There is a way to do it. We've done it. So I can assure you that first step you have to take and the rest will fall in line. There are people, there are takers, there are people who want to do it. There are people who want to support it. All we have to do is to take initiative and make the best use of the policies that are being unfolded by the Government of India, by CBSE. In fact, my association with CBSE is very old. And I have never seen CBSE to be so flexible that they say, you know, it used to be a taboo that you can't have any commercial job done on your school. You can't even let your school out for a football match to the industry. Am I right, Manju ma'am? But now they are saying, no worry, you set up these things. After school, you set up labs and let people come and take the advantage of that. So why not make best use of it? So with this, I end. Thank you very much for listening to me. And if it makes sense, let's take it up further. Thank you so much.